Okay, in the 6th chapter of Gita, Bhagavad Gita, we were discussing the 6th chapter. A Yoga-bhrasta. Yoga-bhrasta means a person who did not, could not complete his yoga, who could not complete his yoga in his previous life. Such a person, an incomplete yogi, an imperfect yogi, what will be his fate? That Arjuna questioned. To that, Bhagavan Krishna has been answering. He told Arjuna's question briefly, I say, he has given up all rituals, all prayers, all social service and such other activities, taken to the life of renunciation, taken to the life of renunciation. Then such a yogi, if he has completed his yogic sadhana, that is nididhyasana, and attains Brahmajnanam, he is lucky. Supposing he could not complete it, could not gain complete Brahmajnanam, what will be his fate? So Arjuna thought that the other world, the good world comes after the death. Either he will have a better janma or a go to higher lokas, only as a result of rituals. He thought that rituals, prayers, yajna yaga, meditation, that Saguna Brahma meditations, not Vedantic meditation, Saguna Brahma meditations. Only those sadhanas will bring him a loka, a higher loka. Suppose he is a sannyasi, he has given up all these activity and dedicated his life only for Vedanta, only for Vedantic meditation, that is Nididhyasana. If he could not complete, then what will happen? So Bhagavan Krishna answers, first thing is, Nahi Kalyana Kritgas Kaschit Durgatin Tatagachati. Arjuna, don't think Vedantic meditation is a sin, is a papa, or is an irresponsible thing. The very Tyaga, Vairagya, living like a sannyasi, itself is a high level of karma. It brings punya more than karma, because selflessness is the highest punya. He may not do a given ritual, given service, given karma. Okay? He may not do a given prayer, service and such thing. Yet, the very sannyasa is not a giving up responsibility out of laziness, but out of selflessness, out of desirelessness. The very desirelessness, selflessness implies a natural goodwill for all, a natural selfless goodwill for all. That itself is a great prayer. That itself is more than ritual, more than prayers, more than, because selflessness itself is a greater ritual. That's what Bhagavan Krishna implies. That you are seeking the absolute truth. That means you have become selfless person. Being selfless itself is a greatest ritual. It brings you highest punya. Don't think that doing sadhana, doing certain prayer, certain ritual, certain service only is the sadhana. Externally, he may not be doing any ritual, any sadhana. Externally, he may not be doing a given ritual, given prayer, given sadhana, service. Yet, his very selflessness is a general service to all. See, this is how interesting it is. A person's very living selflessly, his thoughts, His acts, his spontaneous act itself wishes good of everybody. That itself is a great blessing. That itself is a great ritual. It brings a lot of punya. See how Vedantic Vedantic idea of punya is broadened. The idea of punya is your very selflessness, seeing Paramatma in everybody. Okay? Seeing with reverence, seeing everything with all reverence, selflessly, without any prejudice. See, without prejudice, see Paramatma in everybody. May not be Brahmajnani, but at least as a sadhaka. See Saguna Brahma. See, everybody is an instrument, everybody is in the hands and legs of Paramatma. Even that seeing brings about the highest punya. Continuously, you are living humbly, selflessly, with all reverence, high veneration for all. Okay? Even that itself brings punya, so definitely he will go to it. Therefore, a yogi who could not complete his nididhyasana will definitely reach. Where will he go? He will reach Brahmaloka. And after living there in Brahmaloka for a long time, and then he will come back. When he comes back, it takes the human birth, he has got two options. We have discussed all these things. So I'm just summarizing, but summarizing itself sometimes takes one class. I'll try to do quickly. Okay. Either he will be born in a very cultured and rich family, because if he has got a little bit of a desire, he will have a money and status and etc. He will enjoy that and also do some good service to others. Do rituals and prayers and also service to others. But there is another option. He is not interested in rich life and cultured life because he has become much more detached. Greater vairagyam he has got. So he won't go to Brahmaloka. And he will be definitely reborn. But he, instead of going to Brahmaloka, he will be born here directly as in another yogi's life. So he won't go to Karma Yoga. Again, he will not take to Karma Yoga. He will not go to Brahmaloka and come back to live a life of Karma Yoga. Okay, two things. He won't go to Brahmaloka. How to say that? No Brahmaloka means no higher loka. Not Brahmaloka or any some high loka. High loka, depending upon his purity level. He may go to Brahma. Therefore, no Brahmaloka and no rich people's house. That means no Karma Yoga. It is directly Vedantic Yogi. No rich people's house. That means no Karma Yoga. He takes directly Nididhyasana. Directly Nididhyasana. Either Vedanta or Nididhyasana. Or directly he takes to Vichara. It is such people. It is such Yoga-bhrastas, incomplete yogis, who take birth in a poor people's house because he is not interested in richness and all. He directly takes to Vedantic Vichara. Such people, it is such people who do not need to be karma yogis, who want directly to get jnana yoga. Keeping such people in view, Shankaracharya told that brahmacharya eva sannyasaha. He advocated when people take to sannyasa directly from brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means from student life. They take directly to sannyasa. They take sannyasa and then do vichara and tatvata and then nididhyasana. Because they don't need karma yoga. They've already transcended that karma yoga. They already transcended the need of that karma yoga. That's what he says in the shloka, Jignasurapi yogasya shabda brahma ativartade. In the 44th shloka, we were stuck. Stuck means we came up to that point. Even a jignasu, a simple sadhaka, a beginning sadhaka who who transcended the karma yoga, he can take to sannyasa directly. Then what to talk of an advanced nididhyasana stage? A sadhaka of a nididhyasana stage, he will directly go to nididhyasana, directly will take to sannyasa. It doesn't need even karma yoga. Even jignasu, a beginning sannyasi, jignasu means sannyasi. Even a beginning sannyasi doesn't need karma yoga. Then what to talk of this advanced sannyasi? Jignasu rapi yogasya shabda brahma ativartate. Shabda brahma means the need of karma. Even a jignasu doesn't follow sakama karma. Even a jignasu doesn't follow sakama karma. Why should this person who lived as a sannyasi in his previous janma, why should he again take to karma yoga or sakama karma? Neither he goes for sakama karma nor he goes for karma yoga. Okay? He goes neither for sakama karma nor for karma yoga, because he has already transcended. Jignasurapi yogasya shabda brahma ativartate. Shabda brahma is ritual Veda, ritualistic Veda. He has transcended that. Therefore, when where is the paper? It is here. So even a jignasu, a beginning sannyasi who has done little bit of karma yoga, he has transcended the sakama karma. Karma phalam, he is not interested. That means he won't go to Brahmaloka. He won't go to Brahmaloka because he is not interested. No Brahmaloka. Because he is not interested in Brahmaloka. Nor he lives a rich man, nor he takes birth in rich people's house. Because that life of rich people's also gives opportunity doing some service and help and others, doing good karma. He is not into even good karma because his very living is good karma. Without consciously undertaking a particular karma, his very living is a blessing to all. His very selfless living is a good karma. Some people don't do anything. Their very presence inspires goodness in people. Their very presence, he may not do any specific karma, specific service. The very presence, because his broad outlook, very selfless outlook itself, his very reverential outlook to whole universe, whole world and all people. His very presence inspires people. His very presence purifies people. Therefore, it doesn't have to do any specific work. Therefore, even as a jignasu, it transcends the need to do any karma and need to acquire karma phala. Therefore, it doesn't go to Brahmaloka. It doesn't need even karma yoga. It directly takes to vichara or nididhyasana. Therefore, jignasu rapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. I read bhashya here. Jignasu rapi. Here, the word jignasu is a common word. It refers to a beginning jignasu, a karma yogi, a shravana stage jignasu, manana stage jignasu, nididhyasana stage jignasu. Jignasu is a seeker of truth of all these various levels. But he says jignasu means a beginning sannyasi. He says yogasya swarupam jnatumichannapi yoga marge pravrittas sannyasi yoga-bhrasta. Even a beginning sannyasi who has just become a karma yogi, who has become a karma yogi, and even he has matured the karma yoga, perfected karma yoga, and taken to sannyasa. It's just a beginning sannyasi. Even a beginning sannyasi transcends karma, means it doesn't go for a selfish karma, doesn't go for any selfish good karma. Okay, good karma with an expectations. Andarenu, an expectation is good karma. Good karma with some expectations. It doesn't do even that good karma with expectation. Then what does he do? जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्म अतिवत् सामर्थ्यात् सोऽपि शब्दब्रह्म वेदोक्तकर्मानुष्ठानफलम् अतिवर्तते अपि अपाकरोति. That means his papakarma goes away. Even a jignasu, even the Brahma Jignasa itself removes the karma. Bah, see, a beginning sannyasi, a beginning jignasu, the very jignasa purifies the mind. His papa karmas go away, and then he is an advanced sadhaka. Where is the question of bhrashta? He can't be bhrashta. Even a Brahma Jignasu transcends karma. That means he purifies his past karma. The very Brahma Jignasa, Brahma Vichara purifies lot of karmas. See, Vedanta is how beautiful it is. Because the Veda, you are interested in absolute truth. That very interest shows that your karmas get neutralized. Then but what to talk of this Yoga-bhrasta, who is a high level sadhaka, who has done to Nididhyasana. In Nididhyasana, he got stuck. He couldn't proceed due to some obstruction, and he could not complete his Nididhyasana. And in this life, he took another birth. And what to talk? He will continue. He will continue. He will not go for karma again. He will not go for. It doesn't need karma. All the karmas will get exhausted. It doesn't need karma. It doesn't need to do karma. It can directly take to the Vedanta. Keeping such people in view, Shankara told, Brahmacharyadeva sannyastha. So, these Yoga-bhrastas are very few people, very rare few people. Therefore, in the next life, in young age alone, you find them being interested in Tattva Vichara, being interested in truth, because they are not worldly minded people. Worldly achievements like name and fame and pleasures, status, and then money, and that doesn't attract them. It looks too small for them. It doesn't have any attraction. They are interested in knowing the truth. They are interested in melting away their individuality and become one with the whole truth. So such people, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So I think ಒಂದು 10-15 minutes. Therefore, they transcend that. Oh, somebody has come. I told you, wait for 10-15 minutes. This is how my classes are getting disturbed. Okay. Therefore, then what to talk of this thing? He rejects karma phalam. He doesn't go for karma again. Not even karma yoga. He doesn't even need karma yoga. His very living is adoration. All universe is Bhagavan. All people really interactions are also full of adoration. He interacts with people as seeing as a Ishvara only. His interaction with people everything is full of adoration. Such a person, why does he need still rituals? Rituals are required to such a person to divert him from the worldly enjoyments, to divert him from, bring him away from his smaller enjoyments, smaller expectations. So the rituals and prayers and service make him selfless. He is already so selfless that it doesn't need to do a particular ritual in order to bring that feeling of karma yoga, feeling of Ishvara, devotion, service. Okay. External karma helps to maintain that surrender to Ishvara. Okay. External karma helps a person to surrender to Ishvara. But when he already gets that bhava of surrender, already he gets that mind to surrender spontaneously. He doesn't need external karma as a help to boost his feeling of surrender. Without the external help, he gets spontaneously the feeling of surrender to Ishvara, reverence to the entire world as Paramatma. Okay. Therefore, such a person doesn't need to again engage in rituals and prayers and service. Is already transcended that. Because his very living is such a selfless surrender to Ishvara. Okay. Then go to the other shloka. Next shloka, 45th. kutascha yogascha shreyaha. प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु योगी संशुद्धिकल्बिषः अनेकजन्म संसिद्धस्ततो याति पराङ्गतिम्. Thereafter prayatnadyatamanas, he will continue consciously. That yogic means meditating on Paramatma with wholeheartedness and with wholehearted dedication, love and surrender. Such a person, yatamanastu, prayatna means consciously who makes adhika more and more, he makes effort towards that, because that old samskara is there. He continues his nididhyasana. Yogi samshuddha kilbisha. More and more he does it. Whatever little bit of that old, still he has got a thought of jiva and the world perception. Even that he negates them. He tries to see Brahman alone. So samshuddha kilbisha. He's talking. He becomes free from papa. He becomes purified. Samshuddha papaha. See, in nididhyasana state, when you talk of purification from papa, here the idea of papa is different. See, the papa, the meaning of papa for a crude man, atyanta cruelty is a papa. For a little satvika man, for little what you call dharmic person, papa is little selfishness. And then for karma yogi, papa is karma phalasa. And for a sannyasi, papa is even karma yoga. For even so, the papa means it is a gradational papa. For a nididhyasana, what is papa? Even the ritual, simple prayers are also papa, because even that involves a little bit of individuality. He doesn't want to retain even the minutest individuality. He will lose that also, because he is interested in absolute truth. He is trying to see everything as Sushupti. He doesn't live as an individual in the waking state. The state itself merges into him as consciousness. Therefore, more and more he continues in that nididhyasana. The waking individuality, waking state dissolves. Okay? Aneka janma samsiddha tato yati parangati. Aneka janma samsiddha. After many janmas, he goes to parangati. Many janma doesn't mean here. Here he says, Shankaracharya says, anekesu janmasu. So in each janma, he acquires a little bit of purity. Purity means, as I told you, purity also varies from level to level. The purity is not of the same level. From the very commonest man to the very advanced sadhaka, even the nididhyasana level purity is required. Okay, the purity at nididhyasana level is of different type of the purity compared to the purity which is of the very beginner. Therefore, nididhyasana, he gets to purification means appearance of the world dissolves. Me and the world, the separation, the thought of separation keeps disappearing more and more. The thought of separation, me as an individual and the other than me and the rest. This thought of me and the rest, this thought more and more shrinks, and ultimately he becomes one. Therefore, aneka janma means from the jignasu stage onward, karma yoga, sannyasa, shravana, manana, nididhyasana, all this is a long path. In this path, at whatever level he dies, in the next janma he continues. Suppose he is a sakama karmi, dharmic person. He will continue as a dharmic person in the next life. Again, in the next life, he will become karma yogi. Again, in the next life, even the karma yoga also he will continue, and then he will perfect karma yoga in one life. Again, in the next life, he will become a sadhu. Even sadhu life also sometimes is not able to perfect it. He will take another 1 or 2 janmas in sadhu life. As a sannyasi life, 2 or 3 janmas. Then gradually he comes to shravana at one level, one janma, manana another janma, then nididhyasa. Even in nididhyasana, if he is stuck, he will take a second birth and continue the nididhyasana. The idea is, whatever janma life you do little bit of sadhana, don't worry, that will not go waste. That will continue in the next life, and gradually you keep on accumulating your purity. You are getting purer. Ultimately you get the absolute truth. Therefore, if one Janma is not enough, because Arjuna's question was, if I don't get in one Janma, what will happen to me? Will I be lost, totally wrecked and lost? No, no, no. If one Janma, whatever Vedantic sadhana you do, that will be carried forward to the next Janma. You will continue more. If you are attracted by certain other things, either responsibilities or your own personal desires and attractions, even if you are attracted to certain things, if there is in your corner of mind, there is a seeking of truth, there is a little love for truth and want to do, one side you true, but still the attractions will not leave you because mind needs to be purified. So partly, gradually, it keeps purifying in each Janma. So no Janma will go waste. Each Janma he uses them for something. Gradually he comes to. So if one Janma is not possible, that will continue into the next Janma, continue into the next Janma. So his Vedantic seeking, his spiritual growth will continue. See, Aneka Janma means people think negatively. Don't think like that. You cannot get Jnanam in one Janma. Everybody must take. People misunderstand this way. They misunderstand that nobody can get Jnanam in one Janma. You start today, keep on doing many Janmas after 10, 15, 20 or 50 years, 50 Janmas or 100 Janmas, you get Brahmanya. No such thing like that. It depends upon the maturity level. If you could not make up in one Janma, you will continue with next Janma. He only says that in each Janma you will get a little more purity, depending upon your sadhana. If some Janma you are unable to do because you have got too much of bigger responsibility of family, because the Runa will be there, karma. Because the karma relationships, suppose you are born in a place where you don't get Vedantins, you are born in a country where you don't have Vedantins, or you don't get listen to Vedanta, then that life will pass like that without spending much time in Vedantic Vichara. Or you have got other responsibility of earning money and looking after your family and your own life. Most of the time goes away. You will have very little bit of selfless sadhana to do karma yoga and Vedanta Vichara. Then what happens? Okay, you made best use of your life. Do something of Vedantic thinking and Vedantic way of that feeling. At least do make use of it. Don't worry. This will continue in the next chapter. It is only helping a person who is unable to do, so that at least you can continue in the next life. Then next, that means given more chances. Again and again you are given chance, number of chances to grow and discover the truth. It only means that you will have to, thing is, you will be given many chances, one meaning. Aneka Janma Samsiddhaha, perfecting in many Janmas. Perfecting yourself over many Janmas, you will reach absolute perfection. This should be understood in a positive way. Positive way means that you will be accumulating your purification, your understanding the truth, you will be discovering more and more. So you will be given more and again chance. That's one thing. Second thing is, whatever you have achieved in one Janma will not go waste, it will be carried forward to the next Janma. So it is encouraged. Ultimately, he means that don't worry that if in one Janma alone I must get it. If I do or die, if I don't get it, I'll be totally lost. Don't think like that. If you cannot achieve in one Janma, don't feel you are lost. You will continue the whatever sadhana you have done. Next Janma, you will be born with a more Vedantic inclination. In younger days alone, you will have Vedantic inclination. Wherever you are born, you will find some guru, some atmosphere, some spirituality and continue. That's what he says. That you will continue in that same life and you will move towards perfection. So your sadhana will not go waste, and you will not be denied chance in the next Janma. You will get again and again Vedantic life, Vedantic Janmas, so that you can continue your Vedantic sadhana. If you can make it in one life, you are lucky, well and good. But if you couldn't make it, you could do only a small part, it doesn't matter. You can continue in the next. It is a more an encouraging idea. It doesn't mean that you will not, it doesn't mean this negative thinking. Nobody should entertain that. Nobody can ever achieve Tattva Jnanam in one life. You must take many Janmas. It's not like that. Nobody made a rule that in one Janma it is impossible, you must have many Janmas. It's not like that. In one Janma you can make it if you want. If you are so serious about it, you can achieve. If you could not achieve due to certain obstacles because you have got family responsibility, social responsibility, you are stuck because the karmas are there. Because of karma, you have to take certain responsibility wherever in whichever society you are. You are too busy with other things. They are good karmas. What you are doing is with prayers, ritual, social service, but you are stuck in such a situation that you only have to do social service. You can't do Vedanta Vichara. Doesn't matter. Continue. At least that is a good karma. Do it. Social service or some kind of selfless service, prayers, rituals, whatever you can do, continue. Because you have to do, because you are in such a situation, you are bound to do, because your family, your society, where you live, you are bound to do that. You can't give up everything and become sannyasi and dedicate all your life to only exclusively for Vedantika Vichara and Nididhyasana. If you get such an atmosphere of sannyasa, then you are lucky. If you can't get it, doesn't matter. Gradually, part by part, in several janmas, over several janmas, you will accumulate it. Then in the last janma, you will get it. He is only giving a chance for the people who could not achieve in one life. It doesn't mean that you will not get it on one janma at all. You must have. That's not the necessary. You may get in one janma or two janmas. One janma you start it, next janma you may complete it. You may complete it only next janma. Or in this janma only you may complete it in another next 1 or 2 years. You can't say, depending upon your maturity level. So, but if you could not make it, don't worry, you will continue the next. That's what it, therefore, Aneka Janma Samsiddhastato Yati Parangati. This is what Bhagavan Krishna says. So, taking this statement, some people ask questions in India. I see people, oh, they say that, oh, somebody told me that you will not get moksha in one janma. I will have to take many janmas. Is it true, Gurugale? Is it true, Guruji? They'll ask. I say, who told that? If you can't do complete sadhana, you will continue ashte. This much only. It's only this much. He didn't say that you will not be able to complete in one janma. He didn't say that. You can do. If you can achieve, you can do. If all things are conducive to you, your mind is more relaxed, less attached, less selfish, your ego is less, then you may achieve in this janma only. If you get a good guru and good teaching, good atmosphere of Vedantic thinking, then you may get it. If you don't get it, doesn't matter. Continue. Whatever you know, you'll continue. You get it in the next chapter. Okay. Therefore, Aneka Janma Samsiddhaha means only this much. Take it positively. Bhagavan Krishna doesn't mean negatively. Okay. So Vishuddha Kalbishaha and Samshuddha Papaha, Aneka Janma Samsiddhaha, Anekeshu Janmasu, Kinchit Samskara Jata. In each Janma, he will acquire little bit of purity, little bit of purity. Purity means Vedantic purity, not Karma Yogic purity, not the worldly purity. It's a Vedantic. Vedantic purity is removing the dhyasa, negating your individuality, negating the dhyasa, and moving inwardly towards yourself, your Atma. More and more, your Atma becomes clearer, Anatma gets negated. That Vedantic purity is in terms of negating adhyasa, in terms of negating superimposition. Okay. So, upachitya, kinchit, you keep negating partly by body identification, time, place, language, people, society, all these identification, you gradually keep negating it. Okay. Tena, upachitena, aneka janma krutena, samsiddho, aneka janma samsiddha, tato then he gets the samyak darshana. Absolute intuition, complete intuition he gets it. Tato yati parangatim, then he attends the moksha. So, in any way, a person who starts in the right manner, right direction. You are in the Vedantic direction, spiritual direction. It is good. At whatever stage you are, continue that. So, if you cannot complete, don't worry. It will continue in the next janma. But do it. Don't waste time. Whatever you get little opportunity, continue doing karma yoga, pray, selfless prayers, nishkama karma yoga, bhakti. Try to see everything as Brahman and Nama Rupa, de-identify. Don't encourage too much of egoistic, selfish, and then all that ego assertion, but ego dissolution, not assertion. Melting away of the ego. Those sadhanas you take up, So that will be useful to you any day. It is good for you because you are in the direction of moksha and continue. Therefore, tapasvibhyodikoyo. Then Arjuna told that, oh, I have given up all karmas. Then what will happen? He says, even if you give up karma, doesn't matter. More than karma, Vedantic meditation is higher. More than tapas, more than simple intellectual knowledge, more than karmas, more than prayers, more than rituals, more than social service, your inner vision, discovering your inner vision, melting away your ego and discovering your sakshi, your Atma Swarupa, Chaitanyam, Advitiya Chaitanyam. That is better. That is always better. Better means higher level. Therefore, if a person does nididhyasana by giving up all other sadhanas, don't worry that you are missing all sadhanas. In fact, you are in sadhana. You are doing a higher level of sadhana. Nothing to worry. This is what 46th shloka says. Tapasvibhyodiko yogi, jnanibhyopi matodikaha, karmibhyaschadiko yogi, tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Arjuna, concentrate, purify, turn inward. Inwardness. Any ritual, any prayer, anything you do it selflessly so that your inwardness is learned. Inner vision is learned so that your superficial look at the world and individuals, look world and enjoyments, pleasures, this attention should go away. Try to see even Namarupa is nothing but the consciousness appearing as Namarupa. It is Brahman appearing as Namarupa. All people, all things are only Brahman appearing as Namarupa. In that sense, Yogi Bhavarjuna. Arjuna, take to yoga. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, all yoga means towards Vedanta, towards Atma. Okay, I think one shloka remains. I think time is up. I think this one shloka we will continue. We will complete in the next class and start with the 7th chapter. Okay, the 6th chapter got delayed a lot. Okay, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Hari Om Tatsat.